Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me here today. I am just going to get going on the reading. So, as I tapped in to the energy, I feel that there is new beginnings that are coming. I was shown the Tower card as well on the split, which can indicate something that has been looming for quite some time that is about to change in your life. So, it could be something that is unstoppable that the universe is bringing in for you that you have not been able to make the change yourself in order to have that new beginning, that restart. Okay, so that is the energy that I feel like is wanting to tap in, and I also feel that it is an energy to celebrate. It feels like it's something that you want, but you really haven't had the courage to go after it, to make that change, whatever that change is. Okay, so the divine is going to help you initiate that change. Okay, they also want me to bring up that there has been a lot of electronic glitches that are still happening. I'm recording this on the 21st of August, and I had glitches. My email just went completely out. It would not come back in. I restarted my phone, and I had just started it before that, and it came back in. I had sent a test email, nothing worked. Guess what? When it came back in, 10:44, everything, it just went bloop, and everything came back in. Nothing was visible before that. The number of 144 is the clarion call for those that are being called to really move into their life purpose, whatever it is that they have come here for. Typically, it calls you a higher calling for a spiritual purpose. Now, spiritual purpose can be anything, right? So whatever that is for you, that is calling you. And interesting that I said that. I just looked down at the card, and the card that came out as I was talking about that is spiritual technology. I just am always amazed when Spirit has me bring certain things up, like the glitch that I had in my email, and then what comes out, spiritual technology. Expand your imagination and share your visions, which I just got done doing, sharing what had happened to me this morning as well. And I'm also really drawn to the profile on this. I have been doing a lot of profile drawings, and I'm not sure why. I have just been really, really attracted to them. The feminine and then the masculine, and then the feminine and the masculine together. So there can be something within that as well. Whenever I'm called to share something like that, there is usually something that about that within the reading that will come out. Let's see what else they have brought us here. Education. Well, isn't that interesting? Expand your right brain creativity. What do we have from the Pleiades? Star royalty. Okay, you guys, I can't even make this up. I want to tell you a story, and and it's interesting because it says share your visions. My husband and I have had a bird that has been, it's a yellow bird, and it has been flying back and forth between our offices, my sanctuary and his office, tapping on the window fervently. So my husband looked it up this morning because he's been doing it for several days since we arrived back home, and is doing it to both of us. And yellow, of course, is solar plexus. But I said, I think it was yesterday when I spoke about it, I said it reminded me of the Thoth energy, possibly on my other channel, and royalty. Well, this little bird, we looked it up, and it is called tropical kingbird. Now we have star royalty that has come up here as well. And right now we are moving into, I think the star is Regulus or something like that. It's called I am not an astrologer, whatever you want to call it. I am not that. Okay. I just know what I hear, and kind of a little bit. But that particular star speaks about your royalty, okay? Where you are crowned, how you are crowned. And it comes into effect, I believe it's today, maybe over the last day or so, something like that. Anyway, that, and it's called Regulus, which regal, right? And here is the star royalty card that came out. So there is something with that. There is something with that, with the technology that has been glitching. And it's interesting because we've got 543, 345 moving up. So that is really interesting. And it's interesting too because I had a lot before I left on holidays. I remember a lot coming forward with the royalty, the royal family lineage that was coming forward. And I don't know, maybe those readings are still, they're not quite all out, but I remember doing those readings about the royal family lineage. They might have even been on my other channel, possibly. But there's something about that royal lineage that we have, and there is a royal lineage. I mean, let's face it, there are masters and there are royalty that have been on this earth that are here with the ascension. Okay, we are kind of moving our way back into that. Oh, there's 3 here. Okay, quite a lot. Okay, and here's the dragons. Send dragons to heal the world. Interesting. I just got done doing a channeling in my last, I believe my last reading. A healing came forward with the dragons, the new children. The rainbow dragons are a big part of the new children energy. They are that wonderment of the child within that rainbow crystalline form. And of course, the white light is rainbow light through a spectrum. I also want to share with you guys that while we were away on vacation, we have motion censored cameras in our home, and we had many orbs that started our cameras. People cannot tell me that they're not real, that their energy is not there, because they started the motion detectors on our camera and were recorded in our absence. They're huge orbs, like probably 14 inches across, that we were able to record in our absence. So that is really exciting to see that energy here. So thank you, dragons. Jump shifter light. I have seen. Look at this, 3443, and I just got done saying 345 543, and that's what we have. 543 345. So we're going to do this. We're going to put those numbers in the order in which they wanted me to speak them, because I think that is important. Some of you may be called to use more of a digital format within your spiritual teachings, because we've got education here, we've got jump shift your life, and then we've got spiritual technology. So it feels like there's some kind of a new way of doing things that is going to step forward for you. Communal markets, and there's a 2. Absolutely beautiful. Can't make it up. Health and healing is on the bottom of this deck. All right. Okay, they want, this is why the Pleiades is still here. They want me to pull another one from that. Okay, well, there it is. Pakal's tomb. It feels like you should look into this and what this signifies. Something about this. All right, let's see what else we have. It feels like a pause actually as well. It feels like we're having to take time to reconsider something or to consider something that is new. It feels like we are uncertain of the direction to go or the way to do it, how to pursue it. Feels like an uncomfortable silence that you feel like you need to fill it with something in order to make it more comfortable. What does that mean, Spirit? Okay. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of cards here. Okay. Okay, Spirit. So we have Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. So this Orion activation has to do with the portals that we have been experiencing this summer, and they told me from June to September is very important within the different portals that we have, that those portals are becoming stronger and stronger and stronger, that they were not closing. Like we always say, you know, this portal opens and then it closes. What they told me is that the portals are not closing. What is happening is that the portals are gaining strength by combining those energies all together. Okay? They are drawing all of those in. So basically, it started with the 6-6 portal, you know, moving through the solstice, and we had like the 7-7 portal. We had the 8-8 portal, which is the Lion's Gate. Um, the 22nd of August, this new moon that we will have just had by the time this reading comes out, but will be tomorrow when I'm actually doing the reading, is a very powerful time. The divine has told me that the 22nd is incredibly powerful. There is something about it, and there is a new moon there, and I think it is called the Black Moon. And when I think about anything that they, you know, pull into complete darkness, the blackness, it is an opportunity for us to be able to reflect and to go deeper within our shadow, to be able to find answers, perhaps to old habits or old patterns that we have been repeating for a long time. 22 is also the master builder. Um, you know, it's a 4 foundational energy as well. So there's a lot to do with this as far as numerology as well. Okay. So there's a lot of things that are happening, and they are telling me that these portals have been gaining strength. Okay. Gaining strength. They are not closing and then reopening, closing and then reopening, closing and then reopening. They are opening, another opening, another opening, another opening. Okay. So they are very, very powerful. So here is the Orion activation. Then we have Shambhala initiations, excuse me, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. And I just got done saying that it feels like there's a new, but there's a pause that has to happen, but it almost feels like it's uncomfortable to be in that pause or to be in that silence. We feel like we have to fill it with something. This is talking to me about ensuring that you do not fill that with anything. that you fill it only with silence so that you can hear the divine. Okay, wow, these are some really powerful cards. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Okay, I can't even make this up, you guys. Palladian activation. The Pleiades wanted to come out. I haven't had Pleiades for a while, but we had the Pleiades star royalty come out and Bakal's tomb. There's something about this Bakal's tomb. Okay, and it's interesting how this card is gold and this card is almost black. Something about an awakening in this. The dragon energy. See the dragon on the front of that tomb? In hieroglyphics right there. So there's something about the awakening of the dragon energy through the Pleiades. Hierarchy somehow. Some kind of hierarchy they're talking about. Wow. Pleiades activation. That is crazy. Okay, and then we have star gathering along with star royalty. Stars align, remembering home, soul family. Like I said, you guys. We are moving into an incredible, powerful time here. And I have been talking about it for a while. For those of you that have remained loyal with me, have continued, to be patrons on my site, to join me for the readings, to share your energy, your insights in any way, that I have been talking about these kinds of things for a long time. I don't come on here and try to put fear into people. I don't believe that fear is the answer. I believe that love is the answer. And I believe that we are all love at the essence of ourselves. And when we are not sitting in love, it is because we are wounded. We are deeply wounded in some way. And the only way that we can heal the world is to heal all parts of that wounding. And to remember that we are all one and we all come from the same universe, the same creation. And when I heal my woundings, I'm helping to heal others. Those woundings that will come forward. And I have seen this within my own family, my biological family, let alone my ancestral lineage, of the deep healing, the changes in relationships because of the healing that I have been doing, because of the initiative that I have been taking. And I've been doing this for a long time. And some of you might be saying, well, I've been working and I haven't seen any changes. You will. Sometimes it takes time. And sometimes if we expect it, we don't see it. And when we're right in it, for me, I don't go home only once a year. So I'm able to really recognize the changes on a deep level. And this year when I went home, there was huge changes within that year. And I'm talking about within everyone. It's huge changes. A big shift in the energy. And we have opportunities, and it's interesting how they're bringing forward all of these gateways here to be able to move through, because they have said there has been, several gateways that we are moving through. Interesting, because we have 6-6, we have the solstice, 7-7, 8-8, 9-9. But they are also saying about the 22nd, and then in September, and it's around the end of September, it might even be the 29th, 27th maybe, there is another new moon, and it is an eclipse. So that is powerful energy, okay? The opportunity to reflect that back to us, whatever it is that has been hiding. It's kind of like a double whammy. Lemuria. Okay. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. And this is what the new energy is that we're talking about. The communal markets here. Trust that all you need will come to you. Creating heaven on earth. And that's what it is being able to trust that you will receive what it is that you need to receive rather than believing that you have to take it from someone else, or that there isn't enough to go around for everyone, that your neighbor can't have what they need and you can't have what you need too. Because you can. There's enough here for all of us to have what we need to live healthily and happily. Okay? And if we were to get rid of the monetary system that we have and begin our barter system, that we used to do in years past, people do whatever they desired to do, that they would be able to exchange. They could work hard and do that, right? Rather than only certain people being allowed to be able to do things. Because you are, pushed into a certain societal bracket. Okay. Imagine there's no countries. John Lennon. Imagine all the people sharing life in peace. You may say, I'm too ready. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Yeah, and that's what it is aligning with this energy that is wanting to come forward to us at this time. We have big opportunities to be able to do that, to be able to, share our gifts, share our wisdom, share our joy, share our art, share our healing abilities, share our visions, sharing the love that is within us, having an understanding that when someone is in pain, it is a wounding that is creating that, and it is not their true self. And that we can all learn from another. Page of Fire. Inspiration. Let me move that out of the way. So we got Page of Fire, Inspiration. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, we got the King of Air. I may get more on that King of Air. The King of Air is intelligent, but they can be cold. They can cut people off. Okay, we got the King of Water. Well, there's emotion right there. There's emotional balance. I'm happy to see that. So this is telling me that this is on a maturity level with the Kings. Kings are the most mature in the deck. Okay, and under this we have the Messenger of Air. It feels like you're upgrading your ability to be able to express your emotions. You have an emotional maturity, but you're learning how to express them. Interesting. Oh, and here's the Emperor. Authority. Knowing what you want, being able to delegate, Stability. The Emperor is about stability. Oh my gosh, you guys. We have the world. This is the end of the phase. There was something else that said something was changing. It was the end of something. Where is it? Yeah, right there. End of cycle. Anunnaki light codes. This end of this cycle that is talking about, and here's the Justice card. Can't even make it up. The Anunnaki, and 11 and 11 there as well. That's big. The Anunnaki actually came in and did testing, okay, in the very beginning of time. And what they're saying is that this is coming to an end now. Justice is coming. We are able to now be able to embrace our gifts, that we have moved through the the relearning or the learning of fairness and equality, to be able to move back into a state of love, to be able to see others as we see ourselves, and to see ourselves as we see others, to look through the lens of love instead of distorted, which when you look at this card here looks distorted. What is not aligned needs to change. And I said at the very beginning of this reading, it feels like change, a new beginning is coming. Something new is coming in, and it could be something that comes in really fast and furious, like the Tower. So just be ready for change. You know, you've got this, the Emperor is here, stability, but justice is coming into a point of this control, which the Emperor was a monarch. You know, we're moving more into equality with the justice coming out here, an equal balancing of the scale, ending what was and bringing in a new beginning. This is a really big reading. I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to pull a couple of other cards here, and we'll see. I'm going to pull a Cosmic Wisdom. Oh, on the bottom of the deck, there's Venus. And I think we've just moved into Venus astrologically. Your heart is filled with compassion and understanding. Embrace this emotional intelligence, for your heart is a beacon that radiates love in the world. Neptune. Neptune is Piscean energy. Tap into the unseen dimensions of reality and journey beyond the physical to explore the depths of your soul's connection with the cosmos. I believe Neptune rules Pisces. Let's see if they want to give us a couple more. Last time. Thank you. Libra, justice. Scales of justice. Your diplomatic nature makes you a beacon of security and fairness, but within your quest for harmony, do not neglect your own needs. And that's interesting because I said we need to find love for others, but love for ourselves as well. And that's what this is talking about. Ensuring that you are fair. Remembering that you are all things, that you are a part of that. We are all connected. So what you do to yourself, you do to others. And what you do to others, you do to yourself. It becomes a balance, a scale of balance. Okay, I'm going to do a star sign. The bottom of the deck, it said no limitations on this little deck. All right, Spirit, what do you got for us? It's the last piece of advice. Thank you. Last time. Dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Okay. That's pretty clear. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So pay attention to what is happening around you. Pay attention to how you feel when certain things are happening. Pay attention to your emotions that are creating what is happening around you. You will see similarities. When I'm happy, I notice that things come to me. When I feel peaceful, things come to me. When I feel anxious, it just seems like there's more chaos all the time. Okay, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful family, this high vibe family that we are creating here and calling to us. If you feel that you resonate, please click that like, that subscribe, and if you would like to share your story, please feel free to do so in the comments below. I do not wish to receive private messages for private stories unless you are willing to, wanting to book a session with me. And at that time, I will not need to know your story. Spirit will reveal it to me. So until next time, please remember to always let love be your guide.